Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Connect Nigeria Business Fair. My name is Ika Johnson. I work with Stanbic Ibtc pension managers in the Business Development Department. Today, I'm going to be sharing a few things that you need to know about growing your business in the era that we are in right now. And I'll be drawing some examples from Stanbic Ibtc where I work, just to reinforce my point. So we'll go straight into it. The first thing, I'll be talking about four major things. The first thing is governance. The second one is strategy. The third one is the clients. And then the fourth one is your people. These are four factors that I think you need to consider as a business that is growing in this era that we are in this our age right now. It's by no means exhaustive, but these are the four things I want to talk about. So I'll go to the first one, governance. Under governance, I would want to highlight four things. The first one under governance is accountability. So who are you accountable to? Who are you accountable? Do you have a board? Do you have trustees? Do you have people that you report to at the end of every season? People just usually have businesses and just run it. There's nobody to account to. You need to have stakeholders who you report to at the end of the year, at the end of the quarter, someone that looks at your performance to see if you are doing well or you're not doing well, what you need to improve on and what you need to step down on and all those kind of things. People who know more than you, people who have been in the business before you, things like that. So you need to be accountable to someone or some people. That is what I mean by accountability. And it doesn't have to be a full board. It can be a mentor. It can be just someone to be accountable to. You need that. That's one. The second one, stemming from that, is that you need to treat your business as a legal entity, as a separate legal entity. I once had a friend who has a fashion business. And one of the things I told her one time when I asked where I should transfer the money to, and she just gave me an account number to put it in. I'm like, what about your business account? Why do you want to just put it in your own personal account? You should have an account that is for your business, that you should be able to give accounts of that, monies from this thing came here. Monies that go out should go out for the purpose of the business, not to buy something for your personal need. So you need to treat your business as a separate entity from you. And you'll be able to see clearly that, we have made money, we have lost money, what do we need to do, and all that. Don't mix it with your own business. Don't mix it with your own personal life. Treat it separately. Pay yourself a salary from that business if you want to pay yourself a salary. You can decide that for the first few years, you will not take a salary. Whatever it takes to, drive that business, that is what you need to do. The third thing on governance is values. So values are very important, even though many times I go to places, I see mission, vision, and all those things. What is it? And, we look at those things like, what are these things? One thing that is important that I feel that you cannot do without is the values that your company will run by. So we have lots of values in Stanbic Ibtc. We have values like growing our people, upholding the highest level of integrity, like I said, serving our customers, being proactive, working in teams. These are values that we hold ourselves accountable to every day, at every meeting, at every time that we work. And these things will guide the way you do business. You know what you want to do and what you don't want to do. You know where you want to play and where you don't want to play. It just decides for you what you want to do, the kind of people that you hire. It determines those kind of things. So that is important. And the last thing on governance that I want to say is structure. You know, if your business has a structure, what I mean by a structure is these are the way we want to do our business. This is the person that does this, this is the person that does this. This is how we get the things done. If you do that, then you will not do things anyhow. Nobody will. The job will not be everybody's job. Yes, you can have somebody doing plenty roles, but then you will know that these are the roles. This is how the work gets done. And so if you put those structures in place, even though it is a lean company, it's important that you just put that structure in place. It helps you to channel your production. It helps you in how you hire people. It helps you in how you spend money. It helps you in how you divide the jobs. So it's important for you to have structures in your business. So that is about governance. The next thing I want to talk about is strategy. Strategy is a big word, I know, and people just throw it all around. But I would like to break it down into 4 major parts for you, and I hope it helps you. So first thing that you need to know in strategy is to know the market in which you want to play in. So whatever business that you want to run, how does the external forces affect it? What is your business environment? What is the business environment that you are going to be working in? What does the economy of the company, how does it affect that kind of business? Do people, what are the politics of the company? There's something, a tool we use in strategy. I think you can use Pestel, you can use all sorts that looks at the political scene, that look at the economic scene, that look at legal and all those kind of things. You can just Google this Pestel and look at how it is. What that helps you to do is that it just helps you to, look at the environment in which you are working and see the chances of your business surviving. Will your business survive in this kind of environment? If not, what else can you do? Or what are the things that you need to know so that you can use that one to craft how you want to run your business for that year or for the next 5 years? That is what that tool helps you to do. But you need to know what is going on in that industry. In the industry, what is the best practice? The people that have done it so well, what have they done? Things like that. You need to get to know those kind of things. That's one. The second thing is your competitive advantage. And these words look like big words, cliche words that people just use, but they are really, really very important. And what I want to say about that is your competitive advantage is that thing that you have that everybody does not have. That thing that made you go into that business. That thing that made you that value that you think you can add to the industry that every other person does not have. Take the pension industry, for example. In the industry that we work in, the pension industry, we work and it's a mono product. How can you differentiate yourself in that kind of environment? For example, it is regulated. Everything is almost the same thing according to what the regulator has said. But we have our own competitive advantage, and I don't think I want to talk about it here. But we have recognized what our competitive advantage is in Stanbic Ibtc pension managers, and that is what we are honing on. That is what we are placing forward to the customers. That's the value we are sharing to say, we have this that every other person does not have. We have this capability that every other person does not have. Not because those people don't want to have it, but somehow this is how we are built. And so one of our competitive advantage that I can tell you is that we are part of an an end-to-end financial services organization. We are from cradle to grave. There is something that we have to offer to you. So it's not just, we will not just be pushing products at you. We will not just be telling you, come and buy this, come and buy this. We usually will find out what is your financial goal? What is it that you want to achieve? And we will, find something within the group that can suit you and help you to grow. And that's why we say it can be whatever you want to be, it can be. So that's one of our competitive advantage as Stanbic Ibtc pension managers. So what's yours? What's your own competitive advantage? The third thing, which is very important, is customers. Now, in the strategy, from the strategy perspective, when you talk about customers, I'm asking you, where are the customers that are going to buy your products, consume your services? Where are they? Are you in the right location? Where is the money? Who is going to give you money? How will your business grow? Where is the money? Where are the customers? So if the customers are in Lekki or the customers are in the outskirts of Lagos, what are you doing where you are? So it's important for you to know where your customers are. Who are the people that will give you this money? Where is the money? That's follow the money. Where is the money? And how will you get that money from those people? How will you get it? What do you need to do to get that money? Where do you need to be to get that money? You need to look at those things. Where are your customers? So that you don't just open shop for something that no customer is, not because the thing is not good, but the people that are going to buy it are not there. Where are your customers? Are your customers online? Then you probably need to move yourself away from the physical office and go online. Where are your customers? Where is the money? Where are you going to make the money from? That is where you need to go. So you need to find out, follow the money. That's a very good cliche to keep in your mind. Follow the money. That's it. And then the last thing is consistency. There is something, consistency of your strategy, that's what I mean. There's something that happens where you have done a strategy, you have done all these things that I have said and a whole lot more that you have read, you have attended seminars, they've taught you on how to grow your business and all that, and you have put your strategy together and you are working your strategy. You want it to work. You already started doing it. But then you now saw a competitor. They are doing something new. You look at it, that's what will work. Oh, then you jump and you go and start doing that. You can't do that. You have to be consistent with what works. What you need to do when you see competitors, when you see what they are doing, is to look at what they are doing versus what you have planned and look at it side by side to say, this thing that they are doing, if they do it, what are they supposed to get? Okay, my own that I want to do, if I do it, can I get the same thing? Or can I get better? If you look at that, then you stick to your own strategy that you have spent hours and months crafting to put together. I'm not saying don't be open to new development in the industry and all that. Please do, by all means. And all these things should go into your strategy when you're planning your business. All these things should go into it. So it is important that you remain consistent to what you are about. Don't be bothered and moved by every wind of business idea. Stick to what you want to do. Make sure, put everything you need to put into it and make sure it works. So that is it under strategy. That's it. So 2 more to go. The next one I want to talk about is your clients. And I started talking about the clients in the strategy one, that you need to go to where they are. But a big thing that you need to consider is, first, how easy is it to do business with you? Really, because it is not about you. Your strategy or how you want to serve your customer and all that should come from outside in, not inside out. Not according to, this is what my process, this is how I get it done, and this is how I can give you. You're not going to use your own services by yourself. You're not going to give yourself the money. The people that will give you the money are out there. And so it has to be easy to do business with you. And it's not always because you are able to do delivery to their house and all that. Even when they call you, when they send you, maybe you are online, you say, send us a WhatsApp on this thing. When they send you a WhatsApp, how quickly do they get a response? How quickly do they get what they want? Those kind of things. How easy is it to do business with you? Can you preempt what the customer would need on this particular thing? If you put yourself in the shoes of that customer to say, if I was going to, and that's a good way to get it done, that if I was going to buy my own product, what will I do first? What will I do next? What will I do next? And this is how I expect them to respond to me. It will have been nice if they put this in place, if they put that in place. So it is important that you should look at your business from the eye of the customer and make sure that it is easy to do business with you. Make it easy to do business with you. The other thing is your systems and your processes, which stems from that ease of doing business. You make sure that your systems and your process, how you do your business, what you put first and what you put second and what you put third, how does it affect the ease of doing the business for your customers? Because really, the customer is king. They keep saying that the customer is king. It's what the customer wants that you have to give the customer, or else the customer is not going to give you their money. The third thing on customers that we usually get wrong from time to time is listening to the voice of the customer. Now, I like surveys. When they do surveys. But if I put myself in the shoes of the customer, how many times have I ever filled the survey questions that they have sent to me from the different places I have bought things? I don't ever feel those things. And they are so good. Surveys are good. They help you to understand what the customer is thinking, how you can do better, and all those kind of things. But better, another way that is good is for you to watch the trends and behavior of your customers. At every time that you do a transaction, what did the customer say? What did they complain about? How can you use all those things to improve how you are serving the customer? That's how the customer is talking to you. The customer can speak to you by walking away. They have spoken to you. They have told you how they feel about your business. So when you do business with your customer, if you get a delighted customer, you could ask that, what was it that you really liked about this transaction? Let us know. What is it that you did not really like about the transaction? One-on-one like that, that's like another kind of survey. You can also check by where they are buying things, the data. They say data is king. Data is very important in the days that we are in right now. If you are online, you need to go to the background to check the activities of your customers, to know how they are interacting with you online and all those kind of things. So it's important. Don't just look at the voice of the customer as them telling you things, calling you to tell you something. It's also about their behaviors. It's also about the trends that they follow. You know, your target customer, who are they? If you know your target customer, what kind of life do they live? How do they run their business? How do they do their movements? If you know that, then you will know how to serve them better. So it's important that you consider the voice of your customers without them actually talking to you. So that is customers. The last part of this is people. People in your business will either grow your business or just spoil your business totally for you. So under people, you want a few things that I've mentioned earlier will come into play here. You want your people to be the people that have one mind with you, your own kind of people. So you have values. So if your value is integrity, then you need someone that you feel that you can trust, someone that you feel that has integrity by themselves. People who are upstanding naturally, people who can, be that value that you want. So when you are recruiting, you need to test for those things. You need to ask questions around those areas. You need to find out about those people according to your values that you have. So it's important. And apart from that, when you recruit the right people, then you need to reward them correctly. Now, these people are not your, how will I say it? They are not your housemaid. They are workers. They are professional people. You need to treat them as such. What I mean is, okay, let me say this first. When you hire them, then you need to reward them appropriately. And what I mean by rewarding them appropriately, you might not have all the monies to give to them right now. You need to find a win-win situation that you can give to these employees of yours, at least the core employees that you work with. What is it that will make them stay with you in the business for a period of time? You need to find a way and make sure that you reward them properly. Don't treat them shabbily. Don't just say, I have hired this person, let the person just come and work, I'll give him this. Pay them what you think is worth their time. Pay them, and you don't have to pay them with money all the time. Find something. It depends on the kind of business that you're doing. Win-win. There are different kinds of ways to reward a staff. Please look at it and explore that. The other part, which I already started talking about, was being professional. A lot of people and businesses, I see how we treat people like our domestic staff. I'm not saying it's even good to treat domestic staff terribly, but the way you talk to them, the way you pay their salaries, pay it on time. You owe them the salaries, pay them the salaries. You don't just say, okay, I'll pay them whenever I like. You don't pay them whenever set a date that you are supposed to be paying salaries and stick to it. Be professional. If you want them to take that organization seriously, then you need to be professional as a business owner too. To say, if you are paying salaries on the 30th of the month or the 28th of the month, try your best and make sure that you stick to that one. Let them not come and beg you for their salaries. If they have to beg you for their salaries, then when they see something that is just a little bit better than your own, they will move, even if the person is a good staff. So let us develop, simple policies. Policies like like a handbook for your staff. Something small to just guide their behavior, so that no sentiment will be in there. You don't have to put sentiments into your dealings every day. If they'll come late to work, what is the repercussion of that? It's not for you to shout. What does the book say that we will do when they come late to work? What does the framework say about taking time off? Let them not just beg you, I want to go to my uncle, and they will have to beg you. Set leave dates that, okay, you can go on leave how many days in a year, take it now and give this notice, and all those small things that organizations have. Have your own. It doesn't have to be elaborate type, but have your own. Have people policies that can guide your people and can make them know that, okay, I have this freedom, I can do this, I can do that. And when they misbehave, there are also guiding policies that will let them know that the company does not allow this. If I do this, then this is what I get from the company. So that you're not sentimental. They don't come and beg you, and then you have to forgive them like it is your nanny or somebody begging you. It's a professional environment. Let them know the pros and cons of all the actions and your own obligation to them and their own obligation to you. That is the least you can have as an organization that wants to grow in this era that we are in. The last thing on people is performance management. You need to demand productivity. So if you have all the things that you have written down that they need to get done, and that these are their own obligations to you, and these are your own obligations to them, then it doesn't matter who the person is. We have highlighted that this is what you will deliver to me. If the person cannot deliver that thing, no need to hold on to sentiments and be saying, and I like him, and all those kind of things. No, just if the person cannot do the work, find somebody that can do the work. Demand performance, demand productivity from your people in a professional manner, because this is a business and we have people that you are accountable to. You have a board, you have trustees or something, you have all those people that you are accountable to, and you want the business to grow. So demand for accountability, for productivity from your employees as a company. In summary, that that is what I want to share with you on how to grow your business in this day and age that we are in. There's so many other things that you need to know and that you can also find out on how to grow your business. But I think I'll stop here right now. And to take this further, my colleague Ayo will also, come and talk to us about how to take this a bit further. How relationship with the financial institution can help you to grow your business a little bit more than where you are. Like I said, whatever your dreams are, it can be. You just need the right resources to grow it. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ayodele Ojoshipe, and I head up the enterprise banking desk for Stanbic Ibtc. By enterprise banking, I mean the SME desk for the bank. I'll be taking up from where my colleague Yinka stopped. She has talked you through strategy, people, customers, and all the things that you need to look at to help you grow your business. This afternoon, I'll be talking you through how you need to strategically position your business for growth in the new normal. There's no doubt about the fact that enterprises and entrepreneurs have been badly hit by the ongoing pandemic. The segment of the business areas that have been affected, we've seen that pertains mostly to enterprises and entrepreneurs. There's been a global shock on demand and supply, increased economic vulnerabilities, a global recession that we're beginning to see. We're seeing new living realities of customers, and as such, companies are beginning to change their strategies. So today, the question is, what are you set to do, to change your own business model? So what do you have to do now to go with the new normal? First is you need to re-strategize your business. You need to understand what your customers want. You need to understand what they want to see. You need to understand how they want to be serviced. And I'll give you an example. When the pandemic started, my kids love pizza. I couldn't get them pizza. After a while, I decided to go check the pizza shop out. And I realized that they took great care in producing the pizza. They were very hygienic. And at some point, I also got a couple of friends telling me, oh, they've been buying and everything was fine. So I tried it. And I saw that I didn't want, for me as a buyer, I didn't want any contact. And they did that. They would deliver at your doorstep, you pay online. And I remember asking one of their managers that, has your sales dropped? And the guy said, no, sales has actually picked up during the pandemic because they were able to adapt their business to the new normal. So that's what you must do for your business. It's either you amend your product or you amend your way of servicing your customers, or you upgrade your product in line with what the new reality is. Secondly, one other thing that is very critical to the success of enterprises is the people, just like my colleague Inga had mentioned. The people are very critical to the success of your business. Today, the biggest need or the biggest challenge of enterprises and entrepreneurs are the people. So how you treat your people at this time will determine how they work with you going forward, will determine how committed they are. You have to show that you care. At this time, you have to show that you're not just about the money. You also care about them, their health, their families. You have to reassure them. This is the time to retain your talents. Don't think you're doing them a favor by paying them salaries. And this is the time to actually have frank and honest conversations. Because trust me, they understand. They know the challenges. They know how things are out there. They know that the business is not churning out as much revenues as it used to be. So when you have those conversations, they feel more aligned with the business. They feel more in tune with the business. Don't keep them in the lurch and just assume that, oh, they know what is happening. Even if I delay salaries for another 2 months, or even if I don't pay them, or even if I'm paying a quarter of what I used to pay, they should count themselves lucky. You must continually engage them and see them as value addition to your business. And I'll give you an example of what someone did. After the pandemic started, a proprietor, actually, he owns a school. He called me and said, look, I don't want to lay off my staff because it cost me a lot to train them. And I know that I built competencies in them that will make me money immediately after the pandemic and even during the pandemic. He said, look, if I lose these guys, to hire them back will cost me more money. And I said, so what do you want to do? He says he wants to take a loan. Some of you might think it's stupid of him, but he knew what he was doing. So he took a loan and he paid the staff salaries. Even though he didn't pay full salaries, he later called and gave feedback that the kind of joy that has been created in the team just by the fact that he paid that money, because they weren't expecting it. Schools were not open. The kind of prayers he started to get and the kind of commitment that he has seen from them, he knows that from now till whenever, these guys are not going anywhere. They are with him. They've seen the vision on the business. They are happy at the way they are treated. And that's one thing about people. They don't forget the way you treat them. So because of what he has done at this time, he has gotten the commitment of his staff. But if you're thinking you're doing them a favor, they will hold on for now and take the crumbs you're paying them, right? When the opportunity comes, they'll move. They'll move to competition. They'll move to bigger pay. So my appeal is, and I'm not saying don't take the right action. If you have to fire, do it in a humane manner, do it with engagement. If you know that you can reallocate resources, do that. If, for instance, you have more people in production, you can move them to marketing because now you need to sell more. So you need to realign your resources. So the people part of your business is very, very important. Also, you have to reshape for continuity. You have to evaluate your short-term liquidity. How much do I have on ground now? You have to be real with yourself as the business owner. Talk to your mentors, talk to your board or whoever that you are accountable to. Engage them, get ideas from them. Consider alternative supply chain options. If you're a production outfit, for instance, look at getting other suppliers that can give you cheaper terms, better payment terms. This is the time to manage your cost. Communication cost, travel cost, rent management. You can spend your rent. If you used to pay rent upfront for 2 years, you can go to your landlord and say you want to spend it for the next quarter or something, because everybody understands that things have changed, and when you ask for these things, they are more likely to oblige. Also, you have to take your financial planning very seriously. What is your sales forecast as a business? You have to create your budget. Let your team members know what the goal is. Where do you hope to get to? What is your revenue target? What exactly is your income projection like? And what are the cash flows that you need to achieve to get there? What are the gaps that needs to be covered? All of these things are very important. You are working with numbers, you are working with your people, understanding where the goal is, and all of you are working as a team to deliver those numbers. Also, very importantly, you must engage your financial partners, and that's where we come in as a bank. For instance, for us, we've restructured all our clients' loans that were affected by the COVID pandemic. So talk to your bank, right? Let them restructure your loans. Ask for moratoriums, ask for extensions, ask for payment holidays. You're not asking for too much. Banks already understand there's a challenge with certain businesses, and when you go there at this time, go to them at this time, you will get the right responses. Also, take advantage of government intervention funds. You have the different CBN intervention funds, the NESAR funds, the healthcare funds, the SME funds. Take care of all of these funds to support your business and do your lending at cheaper rates. One very critical thing is how you should improve your cash flows at this time. If there's anything at all that we've all learned, in this COVID is to save more and manage our cost. Before now, we had lots of businesses that were not saving. But right now, everybody has learned that no matter how much you're making, you should put something aside. So you must save something. And I mean, saving can come in different ways. For instance, if you used to pay your suppliers up front, now is the time to tell them that you want payment holiday, you want credit days, so that you will have gotten input, made your products you've manufactured, and then made your sales before you pay them. So that way you are more liquid. You are running on somebody else's cash and not necessarily looking for funds to run the business. Also, your stock management. I expect that every entrepreneur at this time, you will have done an analysis of your stocks that are moving well at this time. And those are the stocks that you will stock up in your warehouse. And the ones that are not moving, you do promos to get them out of stock before they get obsolete. Also, your debtor management. You must be on your debtors to pay. You can give incentives for early repayment. People that have been owing you for a while, go to them. If you're a trader, for instance, go to them, give them incentives, let them pay you on time, be on them to pay you. Cut unnecessary spending. Rather than buying a generator, for instance, you can lease rather than outright purchase. Rather than buying a car, if you have to get a marketing car, for instance, you can do a lease, and that's where banks like us come in. Also, at this point, you can look for more funding through investors, through banks, just to support your cash flows. Then one thing you must do also is that you must digitize your business, digitize your workflow. It drives productivity. It makes communication and teamwork easier. So there are a lot of things that we're doing manually. We've seen today that with COVID, a lot of things that we thought that we couldn't do by being in certain places, if we're not in certain places rather, we've seen that we can do them now digitally. So digitize your business, encourage innovative thinking, let your staff be the ones charting the way based on feedback from the customers, encourage them. Also, marketing is something that is very important in these times. You must find a way to remain top of mind to your customers, because if you've not serviced them in a while, there's every likelihood that they might forget about you. But if you keep being in their faces, calling them, sending messages, understand what they want at this time, understand what matters to them, analyze their needs, tune your products or fine-tune your products to meet those needs, you'll go a long way in retaining them even after the pandemic. And if they need to do business with anybody, they'll come back to you. I saw some adverts from a particular travel agency, and I was asking myself, why would a travel agency be advertising at this time? Nobody is traveling, right? Or people are not really traveling, but they are remaining top of mind. They want their customers to keep having them in view. I've not heard from my own travel agency. So now I'm getting scared that, even if I have to travel after the pandemic, am I sure that they're still there? Am I sure that if I give them my money, they will be able to issue me a ticket? So I'm likely to go with the ones I've been seeing. So the point is, remain top of mind. Also, when you send mails to customers, you can use softwares like MailChimp to understand the customer behavior. How many are clicking those mails? How many are reading them? What is their feedback? So that you can see the real feedback from the customers and tune and fine-tune your products to serve those needs. Also, most importantly, look at the demography of your customers. Are they young? Are they old? What do they want to see at this time? How do they want to be serviced? For the customers that don't want one-on-one contact, what have you done to meet their needs? At this point, I'll just quickly tell you some of the things that the bank has done at this time to support our customers. Firstly is that we have engaged our customers in a capacity building session with the Lagos Business School. We have done about 2,000 already this year. We have slots for about 500 more. So feel free to apply on www.stanbicibtc.com. It's free. It's highly engaging. It teaches you business development, business optimization, cash flow management, human resource management, competition analysis, customer engagement, taxation, product development. So your scope is broadened even during this time. Also, we have a virtual business desk that attends and serves business customers. We've strengthened that desk in the wake of the COVID such that you don't have to go to the bank or any branch to have your transaction done. You can be in the comfort of your homes or offices and do your transactions. You can send us emails at enterprisedirect@stanbicibtc.com, or call 070-333-333-33. That's 3 in 8 places. And you have a relationship manager attend to you immediately. This we have done during COVID to ensure that our clients are being serviced as needed. Also, we have a request manager now uploaded on our platform where anything you want to do, you can go on there and do it. You want to open an account, you can submit your documentation. Somebody picks it up back end, deals it, and calls you if we need to contact you. We're also aware that there are lots of businesses that are being churned out at this time, and you are not able to register your business names. We have a sole trader account where you can open business accounts in your personal name, pending when your business name is registered. So that's also available for our clients. We supported our clients that are into distributive trade during this COVID period by giving them more funds to trade, because we realized that household consumption grew during this COVID situation, and we saw a need to intervene for those customers, which we did, and they're happy for it. We also have a women banking product that gives women customers access to funding at cheaper rates. We have reduced rates for our POS clients. We have reduced our account fees just to ensure that we help the customers adapt to this situation. Also, we have organized e-clinics to support our clients and enlighten them about business sustainability at this time. We've gone into partnerships with fintechs. We have partnership with Founders Factory Africa in South Africa and Founders Institute, which is the world's largest pre-seed accelerator, to help us identify techpreneurs that we can support at this time to solve global problems. Also, we have working capital loans. Some of the products we have for you are working capital loans, import finance, vehicle and asset finance. I mentioned earlier that you don't need to go stake your cash now to buy any asset generator or vehicles. You can take our vehicle and asset finance, term loans, stock finance. We've also launched what we call our SME Easy Cash, where you can get up to 5 million naira without collateral. All you have to do is open an account with us and run it for a while. Then once the algorithm is run on your account and you qualify, you'll get a message to take the loan. Also, we have transactional support platforms on our mobile app, on our Artis wallets, where we can integrate with fintechs at no cost to them. Our trade solutions are very, very adaptable to your needs at this time. We help you with hedging options, CCI advice, blended rates on your for mem transactions. Also, like my colleague mentioned, we pride ourselves as a universal financial service organization. So your pensions, your insurance, stockbroking needs, investment needs, advisory, everything we handle for you at this time. We also have a fledgling Africa-China banking desk where our customers that do business with China are supported with Mandarin resources. We all know that there's a global lockdown on travel today, but for our customers that are doing business with China, we have a proposition called the Africa-China Agent Proposition, where we can help you source those goods and give you access to cheaper pricing, access to credible suppliers, and also a guarantee on the item of import. So we encourage you to tap into all of these products, all of these services, all of these opportunities, so that you can be more competitive in this era. We thank you for this opportunity, and I'd just like to assure you once again that Stanbic Ibtc remains resolute and committed to supporting your business and to ensuring that all our customers continue to live above the present situation and deal their businesses as they so wish. Thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Developing rapidly. The whole vibe about selling the African story SME e-Business Fair, Africa's biggest and largest SME event.